How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the best and my favourite formation in FIFA 20. You guys ask me all the time, what is the best formation? It's going to be the 4-2-3-1 narrow. We're going to go through, break it down, show you exactly why it is the best formation, how it can give you more wins in FIFA 20 and specifically in FUT Champions, and how you should look at using it in game. The reason why I like this formation so much is because it gives you a balance of absolutely everything. There are other formations that are very strong but do have some cons, while with this one it's very solid all around the board. One of the things that I will kind of talk about in this sort of scenario here is using your centre defensive mids to get forward. A lot of you guys say, I'm struggling to play against drop back, but you're only relying on your cams and your striker. You never use your fullbacks or your centre defensive mids. So we'll go through, break down some gameplay and kind of show you exactly how I want you to be doing that. In this sort of example here, you can see we just drive forward with the Goretzka. What we're always looking at doing with a 4-2-3-1 is we want to try and get to the striker behind their midfield line and onto their back line. You need to use your cam and your striker to do that, and you also need to drive forward with those CDMs or the right back and the left back, and that's kind of the easiest way to do it. What you also want to look at doing though, because you guys don't use it enough, is using the full width. Although it's a narrow formation, so to speak, using the wing is an easy way to make space on the pitch. When you use the wing, their opposition team comes over and shifts over to yourself. That then gives you space in the middle. You can look for things like this. A simple triangle pattern in the 4-2-3-1 is really easy to exploit. Also look at using the L1 or the LB button when you play a pass, because that's when the player will run over and then create that overload onto the defensive on the defensive line. The reason why this formation is one of the best is because you've got two centre defensive mids, you've got four attackers, you can play tick-attacker, you can play possession, you can play on the counter, you can literally do whatever you find is the best possible way. It has almost every kind of avenue to it. The only thing this formation doesn't have, in my opinion, is two strikers, and that's the only kind of letdown to it. But again, similar situation here. We want to drive forward with the Goretzka using the L1 pass and then a little bit of close dribbling, and what we're trying to do is trying to find that pass into the box. When you can find this pass, you need to play it as much as you possibly can. Prioritize playing the pass into the striker. Follow it up with a first time fake shot, a drag back, a ball roll, look for the near post, look to play the ball back to the centre attacking bid. Whatever it is that you need to do to kind of get that little bit of room, but you need to prioritize playing that ball into the man in the box, because you guys don't do that enough when it comes to FIFA 20. You kind of just keep passing it side to side, hoping something will happen. Not much happens, and then you complain that you can't beat their drop back. One of the things that I will say, guys, if you are enjoying this video and you do enjoy this sort of content on the channel, please do subscribe. We upload every single day at 5 PM. There's a lot of you that aren't subscribed to this channel that do enjoy these videos, and we do also have a Discord server down below, over 1,400 members in it now. Feel free to join on that. Let's go back to the gameplay though and carry on breaking it down. One of the things that I will touch on is that when you get, you go and attack and you get countered on, it's still very strong defensively. So we'll go into the tactics at the end of the video on how we have this set up. But you're always going to have that one CDM. Depends on what you do with your fullbacks. You're going to have a pretty solid back four line. If you have your fullbacks go forward, then you will just have, your two centre backs and your one CDM. But you don't dive in. Don't go and rush out. The 4-2-3-1 is very solid, and the players get back quickly. They come back and they aid in that defensive pattern. They don't just leave them, defend for themselves. It's not like this is defense and this is attack. They're a whole unit, which is what's really good about the formation. Just there looking for the men on the edge of the box. Again, we'll go into tactics for you in a bit. Straight away though, Kimmich, chance has gone. Comes back, tracks the runner, wins the ball back straight away for us. One of the things that is also really solid with this is that you can hit people. So say you win the ball back in your centre back there, like we do the Koulibaly, you can actually get forward really quickly and go ahead and try and create a chance. However, the way I tend to play this formation, if I'm honest with you, is I will use the fullbacks and the two centre defensive mids to pass the ball around. I'll look for the centre attacking mid. If nothing comes up for the centre attacking mid, I'll go back to the two CDMs, and then I'll transfer the ball from left to right, trying to find that gap. The more you can keep spreading the ball using the width, the opposition team transitions over. That then leaves you space in the middle of the park to find that centre attacking mid who's now free, and he's now one-on-one with the centre back, and he's got his other striker there just to pass the ball over and find that. I will use, as I said, that L1 run over the top a lot of the times, because what that's going to do is create that overload like you see there with Sancho. all it means is it's more people for the opposition to keep track of. The more you can do this, to be honest, the better. When I took a look at Kurt's gameplay, that was something that he did an absolute load in the 4-4-2, which it works in the 4-4-2 really, really strongly as well. But I'd like to see you guys implement it into the 4-2-3-1. Now, there is a couple of ways that you can play the 4-2-3-1 in terms of out-and-out possession, counter-attack, tick-attacker, whether you want to go, for all-out attack. It's kind of your choice, and that's obviously the versatility that you have in the formation. What you can do is you can have multiple tactics set up on this formation, so you could have, say, ultra defensive, defensive, and attacking as your 4-2-3-1, which is one of the things that I do on occasions as well. But you can have different variations of it. The ultra defensive for me is going to be, I want to see out the game, so I'm probably more than likely going to run the possession tactic. I'm just going to look at holding the ball. If a chance arises for me to take it, then obviously we'll go for it. But as a whole, we're happy just moving the ball around on the opponent's half and not really doing, too much with it. We don't want to go and send, the right back forward, the CDM forward, and all that sort of stuff. What you can then do is have the defensive tactic. This can be your kind of go-to at the start of the game. So, it might just be balanced on your defensive style. You might look at playing fairly decent football, so one-touch pass. But as a whole, you might want to control the game and use it, say that I'm in control of this. And then you can go for the attacking tactic. This is where you're going to say go press on heavy touch. You might have a bit of a higher depth. You might have higher width. And you're really looking at just trying to capitalise on any mistakes that the opponent makes and get in behind and, look for the goals that way. As a whole, I will run the 4-2-3-1 because you guys ask me this all the time. As a whole, I will run the 4-2-3-1 against people that I know are good or possibly better than me. The 4-4-2 is my favourite formation for just getting goals because it's not very strong at the back, for me at least. But the 4-2-3-1 is like this guy's good, I need to make sure I'm not left open at the back. That's when I run the 4-2-3-1. One of the things I will say as well, guys, if you do want to ask any direct questions, you need any help with anything, please do come over to the Twitch stream. We do stream every single day, twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst. You can pop on over to there, ask any questions and all that sort of stuff. It's always a good little laugh in the stream. People always tend to love it, let's say. And the support recently, by the way, has absolutely been insane. We've hit 40,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, which is just absolutely madness. So let's talk about kind of player personnel that you need to have in this team. One of the things that you're going to look at doing with the two CDMs, you need an out-and-out defensive midfielder, okay? Someone that is going to sit in front of the back line and just be an absolute machine. Ideally, work rates, you want them to be on medium attacking and high defensive. Who would you look at for this? You might look at, say, Kante, anyone like that who is just an absolute beast at sitting in front of that defence. Your other centre defensive mid is going to be a little bit different, though. We want a more box-to-box midfielder. As I just go through and show you the instructions, I'm going to go through all of the different ones to show you exactly what we run. So you want a box-to-box midfielder. Who might this be? Scream Firmino is a really, really good example. Higher up the end, you might be looking at someone like Ruud Gullit. Paul Pogba also does the job. Anyone that you know can do okay defensively, but mainly you want them making those runs into the box, trying to get onto, the last little cross or something. Think about Frank Lampard, what Frank Lampard used to do. Box-to-box midfielder, can defend, but can also go forward. What do I look for in my right attacking mid and my left attacking mid? I have to make sure that they have 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot minimum. 3-star weak foot for me is a massive letdown this year. However, for your outer cams, you might be able to get away with it because they don't go ahead and get too many goals. But ideally, what you're looking at here is just someone that's got a lot of pace and decent stamina. If you want to have them on comeback on defense, I don't personally do that unless I'm on my ultra defensive formation. You could have them have good stamina to come back on defense, but if they've got bad stamina, someone like Lionel Messi, you don't really want them on comeback on defense because it will absolutely drain them. What do I look for in my centre attacking mid? To have agility, balance. Neymar is a perfect man for this position. Your cheaper end, you might look at inform Lucas Moura, another fantastic card. And then for my striker, I want someone that can hold up the ball but has also got pace. Mbappe's kind of done that role for me for many months now. Ronaldo also does it as well. For your right and left back, you just, right back and left back, you don't want to spend a massive amount there. But, Nelson Semedo, Mendy have done that job for me brilliantly. And the reason why is because I want them to be able to go forward when they want. So I do have them unbalanced on a lot of my formations. For most of you guys, you probably have them on stay back, which is fine. But I encourage that you get them involved in the game yourself. Use that L1 button, get them forward on occasions, see if you can overlap down on that wing and they will do a brilliant job for you. And then your centre backs and your keeper, it depends on your budget, but your typical Longley, Militao, Ramos, Varane, Van Dijk, all of them will do absolute bits for you. And that's kind of the setup of the team on the way we want it. That we need that 2 CDMs, 1 defensive, 1 box to box for the 4-2-3-1 to work absolutely brilliantly. Now, does it have cons? As I said, yes, it doesn't have the 2 striker formation, so sometimes you may struggle to create chances. If you are, go to the 4-4-2, go to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. How does it compare into the others? The 4-2-3-1 is the best formation this year without a shadow of a doubt. The 4-4-2 is then next, and the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is there after it. So 1, 2, 3, that's how I kind of label them. 4-2, can you use it instead of the 4-2-3-1? Absolutely. You're just probably going to concede a couple more goals. Not a massive amount more, but a couple more. But in turn, you may score more as well. So personal preference on the game that you want. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please let me know by smashing that like button. You can also subscribe. As I said, we do upload every single day at 5 p.m. Thank you all for your support recently. It has been absolutely insane. I don't think I can ever really thank you enough. But yeah, obviously a massive, massive thank you. All the socials are down below for the Twitter, the Twitch, Discord, everything like that if you want to get involved. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.